My fiancé is a furniture mover, and he is also taking Prozac, which dehydrates him faster. He works in the Georgia heat, and inside the shipping crates, the temperature can reach up to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to find ways to help him stay hydrated and cool. He reportedly drinks water. I am buying him 2 waist fans to help with cooling. I am wondering if there are any other good tips you can offer. Story 1. I work as an industrial electrician and I am also on sertraline, which makes me sweat more. One trick I always use is making a towel wet with cold water and putting it on my neck. Also, cucumber, celery, and lemons are good for hydration. Story 2. Get him some electrolyte flavor packs for his water, or some Gatorade or another electrolyte drink. Try to convince him to stay away from caffeine, as it is a diuretic that causes increased urination, leading to quicker dehydration. Story 3. Need to drink 2 waters to 1 sports drink. Body Armor is healthy but lacks enough salt, so I usually swap in a Gatorade occasionally for the higher salt content. Take plenty of breaks in a cooler spot. Do not sit in air conditioning too long or it will make you feel sick when going back into the heat. If you feel dizzy or thirsty, then you are already in the first stages of dehydration. Story 4. Stay away from sugary drinks like Gatorade. The foil packs you mix with water are a better choice. Fun fact: if you have 12-hour work shifts and drink the grape flavor, you might notice surprisingly green stool. Always a funny surprise when staying hydrated. Story 5. People ask me this a lot during heat waves like the last one. I have to do manual labor in boots, jeans, work gloves, and a uniform shirt. My answer is the same as it was when I was deployed. I try not to think about it. It may sound dismissive, but I am serious. You hydrate, you mind your electrolytes, but mostly you focus on the work and not the heat. If you let your mind dwell on the discomfort, you will not be able to focus on the work and everything will take twice as long. That is exactly why the most annoying thing on a hot day is when you are in the zone just getting things done, ignoring the misery, and someone wants to walk up to you and have a conversation about how hot it is. Story 6. I had my air conditioning unit replaced yesterday. About 2 hours into it, I went and gave those guys each a popsicle and a tall glass of ice water. $7,025 later, and I could cut glass with my nipples because it is so cold in here. Story 7. Keep a wet towel on my neck and put my hands in ice-cold water every hour or so. Stay hydrated and remain in the shade as much as possible. Story 8. If he burns, get long-sleeve shirts made with breathable fabric. Also, use cold towels in a cooler to help cool down, mostly with water and 1 or 2 electrolyte drinks such as Liquid 4, Gatorade, Pedialyte, or whatever flavor he prefers. Too many electrolyte drinks can worsen diabetes and blood pressure, so limit to 1 or 2. Make sure he takes breaks in the shade. Long brim hats are helpful for providing shade. Story 9. A flatbed truck driver does 2 to 3 loads a day in the Texas summer. He needs to hydrate a lot. Not just water, because he also needs to replace his electrolytes. There is a list of drinks that can help with that. Wide-brimmed hats provide shade for the face and the back of the neck. Moisture-wicking clothing, such as athletic shirts, shorts, pants, and socks, is recommended. There are portable fans designed to be worn on the belt and clipped to the inside of the shirt, which help keep cool air flowing up the torso. They are affordable. Similarly, there are portable fans that can be worn around the neck, blowing air toward the face. These are also affordable. Using body powder on the inside of the thighs, feet, and under the arms helps absorb sweat and protects against chafing caused by friction. While it is less about cooling, it can help prevent rashes, which can be irritating and painful. If a rash develops or the skin starts breaking down, hydrocortisone cream is useful. Story 10. Pedialyte or Gatorade stay far away from caffeine. I freeze 2 64-ounce orange juice bottles full of water overnight, then put them in an insulated bag to have cold water all day. I use Gatorade powder mix because it is much cheaper than paying the beverage sugar tax in my city. Story 11. I find that adding electrolytes to my drink helps replace the sodium lost through sweat and encourages me to drink more water because it tastes better. Additionally, breathable work clothing that dries quickly will help him stay cool during moments when he is not in direct sunlight. Story 12. Light material full-length arm shirts, not cotton. Button-up fishing shirts work well. Full-brimmed hat. Story 13. There is no real fix for this. Only heat illness prevention programs. At my refinery, when the temperature reaches a certain level, we implement work rest cycles, such as 45 minutes of work followed by 15 minutes of rest in a cooled area. If conditions are severe, we use 30 minutes of work and 30 minutes of rest. Story 14. Pre-game with pickle juice. Seriously, it works. Beyond that, you have to remember the principle of how sweat works. It only cools you when it evaporates. So, if it wicks away, it doesn't cool you. If it doesn't dry, it doesn't cool you. I cut out the roof of my hat so my hair can dry instead of trapping heat, which is not ideal for bald people. I don't run from that first sweat. I let the shirt and hat get wet, but not dripping. A size too big cotton shirt allows lots of airflow. I am a landscaper, and the leaf blower is very useful when I need to cool down or dry off. After that, you pace yourself, put local hoses to good use, and eat your water in the form of fruit. Story 15. PVD vest from Uline. Stick it in a cooler with ice or a freezer. They will keep 58 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 2 hours. To a vest around my core and a Dickies over the top, and it is comfortable. Plenty of fluids. I prefer salt stick-style electrolyte tablets to Gatorade. Some days I need more hydration, some days I need more electrolytes. Story 16. Wetted towels like frog togs are amazing. There are many types of cooling vests available. Find one that works for him. Story 17. Get quality hydration packets with no sugar. Use a cooler with frozen ice blocks and ice, along with a few light towels. He can dunk them in the ice water as the day goes by. I was just working at Bonnaroo. It was very hot. I drank a lot of water and stayed cool by dunking my bandanas in ice water and placing them under my hat. A new scientific study shows that if you put your hands or feet in cool water, not freezing, it will lower your overall body temperature in 1 to 2 minutes. This method is better than any other, according to the study. Story 18. I wear my bike shorts and bike shirt. I drink a lot of boiled water. I boil 2 liters of water the day before I leave, and it cools down overnight. My stomach seems to complain when I drink a lot of tap water, and boiling it helps. Story 19. My team and I use these specific cooling towels. You get them damp and wear them around your neck, and it feels like you have an ice pack. There are also fans you can purchase that clip on your belt under your shirt, and they blow air up your shirt. Additionally, previous comments regarding food choices to maintain hydration are important. Story 20. Squinch your electrolytes will revive the dead. Light or no lunch personally if applicable. Lose weight. Cooling towels. Story 21. Outside. Wear a long sleeve shirt and a sun hat that are loose. You might have to get used to it, but it significantly reduces your temperature. Inside, to be honest, I do not know, but I know they sell ice packs you can wear and shirts that are supposed to be cooler, which are probably long sleeve. Story 22. I work outside in the tropics, wearing long sleeves, pants, and a head covering. I drink plenty of water with salt and minerals to stay hydrated. Then, I sweat a lot and let evaporation cool me down. Story 23. If it is a consistent problem, it might be worth getting a Yeti bottle. There are probably other cheaper, comparable options. You are just looking for good insulation. I just like Yeti bottles. Fill it with ice water and carry around a washcloth or small towel. Lightly soak the towel and place it on your head. It is basically artificial sweating. The cold water provides quick relief. Story 24. I put a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt in a glass of water every morning to replenish my electrolytes. I cannot have Gatorade because some of its ingredients affect my body, but I will have coconut water. I have a neck gaiter that I soak with water to keep my neck cool. I also take as many breaks as I can inside or in my truck with the air conditioning running. Story 25. Water and thermotabs. Others above said no cotton. I live in the desert, so it gets hotter than Georgia, but we are very dry. I love cotton t-shirts because the loose fibers provide a lot of surface area for water to evaporate. There are other fabrics that are better than cotton, such as linen, but they are not as readily available as cotton. Avoid most synthetic fabrics. They are uncomfortable and cause odor. Linen. Known for its exceptional breathability and ability to wick away moisture, linen is a great choice for hot and humid climates. Rayon. Some types of rayon are also very breathable and can help keep you cool and dry. Bamboo. Bamboo fabric is known for its moisture-wicking properties and can be a good option for hot weather. Tencel. Similar to bamboo, tencel is another fabric that is both breathable and moisture-wicking. Story 26. Liquids and moistened headbands. My work is much hotter than any natural outdoor environment, so hot that you do not even sweat anymore. Mostly, you just get used to it, but keeping your fluids up is often the only thing you can really do. Story 27. You can look at motorcycle cooling vests and sun shirts. The vest is wetted down and worn over something like a sun shirt. Also, he should be drinking water with electrolytes in it a couple of times a day. Personally, I like the Liquid 4 brand, which has several different flavors and is very tasty. Story 28. I used to deliver for Federal Express for a few years, and our trucks would get around 150 degrees Fahrenheit midday in the back. I lived on body armor, regular water. I also took electrolyte capsules to stay well hydrated. In terms of keeping cool, that part is tough. I had a neck fan I wore that helped a bit. I also wore a bucket hat in the summer and kept a cooler full of ice-cold water, not for drinking. I would dunk my head in it, as well as stick my hands in and splash water on my face. Story 29. Cooling vest. Story 30. Get a large thermos, pack it full of ice, and then add water. At the end of the day, there should still be some ice in it if you get a really good one, even if you refill it multiple times with water. Story 31. Get a powdered electrolyte blend. Do not use Gatorade or sports drinks as they contain too much sugar and other additives. Story 32. LMNT powder packs are more expensive but worth it. They are loaded with sodium instead of sugar. Story 33. Honestly, just take frequent breaks and stay hydrated. The waist fan is good. Anything else only provides temporary relief before it becomes dead weight. If he is out in the sun for long periods, consider one of those sun hats with a veil attached for protection. I see many workers outside all day wearing them. I work in construction. Thankfully, I am working inside a new construction. The company running the project, the general contractor, is very strict about safety and regularly hands out electrolyte frozen pops. The customer of this construction is one of the technology giants, so they hired a snow cone truck to come by, and everyone got free snow cones. It was great. Story 34. Honestly, you do not. You just survive it. I worked at United Parcel Service in the heat on 100-degree days for 3 years. The best advice I always gave to new employees is to drink water like crazy. No soda. Have some kind of electrolytes with your lunch. If his work allowed a tank top, wear that. I never had much success with the fans. It is just kind of suck it up and get in the truck to cool off, unfortunately. Story 35. Amazon sells cooling vests for $20 to $30 that last for about 2 hours. They also sell extra replacement ice packs for them. Get one and enough replacements to be able to swap out. Also get a water-activated cooling towel to wrap around your neck and another one for the top of your head. Also, stay hydrated. Story 36. Yes, hydration. Also, bamboo underwear is very comfortable. I wear long-sleeve flame-resistant shirts, so my outer layer remains the same. Every spring, I buy cooling undershirts. They work well for about 10 washes. Story 37. Can't really stay cool. I just have to try to prevent heat stroke and actual dehydration. I wear a hat with a wide brim and neck flap, drink plenty of water with added electrolytes, and wear long pants and sometimes long sleeves to keep the sun off me. Feels hot in those clothes, but I think it's better than baking my skin in direct sunlight all day. Story 38. When I was in the army, we drank a lot of water. When I came home from Iraq the first time, I told my dad that going to war in a desert has to be worse than anywhere else. With the cold, I can keep putting on layers to stay warm, but with the heat, all you can do is strip naked. Once you reach full nudity, there is not much you can do except stay hydrated and do your best to lower your core temperature. Story 39. Here in Phoenix, my company recently started providing ice vests. They are exactly what they sound like. Vests that you put into the freezer and wear to keep cool. My coworkers have joked that they should write ice in big letters across the front. Story 40. I did concrete work during some scorching summers. I would bring a cooler filled with ice and cooling towels. The cooling towels would freeze, and I would wrap my head with one, making sure to cover my ears and forehead, and drape the other around my neck and upper shoulders. I also brought plenty of Pedialyte for very hot days. You can get a 100 pack for $80. It will last the summer and then some. DRI fit long-sleeve shirts are essential. It will still be very difficult, but these things combined will help. Story 41. Drink a liter of water first thing in the morning. I feel it helps me stay ahead of dehydration during the day. Obviously, continue to drink water and electrolytes throughout the day. Eating fruits and vegetables and limiting caffeine and sugar also work well for me. Story 42. Hydrate and freezer shirt. Soak a shirt in ice water and wring it out. Do not put it on your body. Instead, wrap it around your head, put a hat over it, and let the tail drape over your neck and shoulders. This keeps your head cool and protects you from the sun. You can also occasionally wipe exposed parts of your body with the shirt to cool down if you feel too hot. Resoak it as needed. Keep a separate jug of ice water just for the shirt. Do not drink the water used for the shirt. Story 43. Bananas and electrolyte drinks are helpful. Also, do not be afraid to say you need a few minutes to cool down. I am a welder in Texas, so no one questions if I take a 5-minute break in the air conditioning. Bananas have a lot of potassium, which helps with temperature regulation in the body. At the end of the day, if you are home when he gets there, a trick my girlfriend taught me is to use a cool, wet rag around your throat. Story 44. Drink plenty of water and consider an electrolyte drink during your shift. I stopped eating warm lunches and switched to cold meals. There is not much else to do. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.